Peace, 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 family. How we doing out there? Grand rising to the multitude. Grand rising. Let me see. Let me make sure everything is clear. Wait for some people to come in and fill the chat in. See if we got people tuning in with us. We are streaming live right now via YouTube and Facebook. I wonder should I do a podcast as well? Nah, I just did a pretty expensive podcast on insurance. Hold on. That's how it is on the government website. No thought about that, family. How's everybody doing out there? Grand Rising YouTube world, Facebook world, cryptopreneurs. Let me see if we got anybody tuning in. Let me see. We are live right now. We are live. I wonder with this new live system, because I've never used this before. I wonder how this thing works. Okay, I see. Okay, well, yeah, we are live. I can see how it's working now. I didn't really know how this thing was orchestrating at first. So let me make sure that. Let me see. Because I got a different setup now over here on Facebook. Let me see how it works. There we go. So I'm trying to let a couple people tune in real quick. Well, it's 9:33. We'll probably go live. Start taking off at about 9:35. In fact, let me share this out. Let me let the people know that we are currently live right now. Let me let the people know that we are actually currently live right now. Also, if anybody that is possibly watching right now, if you could please help and assist me in sharing this out. Please help and assist me in sharing this out, whether it's just sharing it on Facebook, sharing the screenshot of the video on YouTube, whatever the case may be. And let the people know that we are live. Okay. I know it's kind of early depending on where you are in the world right now. It's currently 9:34 a.m. Central Chicago time. Let me see if I can get enough people tuned in with us. And there we go. We got that shared out. All right, and as we can see right now, prices have seen some nice, very nice gains over the last couple of days. What we're starting to see now is that pullback. What we're starting to see now is that pullback coming to the market. Which I was looking for expectations of us exceeding and actually finding some opening and closing areas above the $7,400 area, which we failed to do. So we'll be looking for how much of a pullback we're going to see come with this recent rejection. We got a couple of stories that we're going to be covering as well. We got a couple of stories that we're going to be covering. Two actually have to do with individuals from the crypto sector moving over to positions within the government sector. Binance releases a white paper for a smart contract enabled blockchain. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me see, but the top story, I guess, which, let me see. I think we'll cover the Bitcoin story, but just to put some emphasis on what's going on in the traditional space, you do have individuals coming over from the crypto side over into the government side, whereas you do have former BAC CEO appointed to Trump's task force for reopening the economy, which he's appointed a couple of individuals A couple of questionable individuals, Vince McMahon from the WWE or WWF. But at the end of the day, you never know what those individuals' backgrounds actually are. You may see them on TV and think this, that, and the third, and that may not be the whole story. So they may have certain positions and play certain roles that we are unknowledgeable about, which allows them to be in the position that they're at. I don't know. Definitely interesting though. So, goes on to state. Now, I guess this is the first story we'll get into. Then we'll segue into the fact that Coinbase's chief legal officer resigning to go oversee the United States national banking system. That was interesting. So you're seeing this exodus really going back and forth because you got government officials going over to the crypto space, crypto officials going over into the government space. It's real interesting what's going on. So give it like 2-3 more minutes, let people go ahead and tune in before I get deep into the story. Give it a couple more minutes, let people tune in before I get real deep into the story. Grand Rising, everybody. Brother Jones. Peace, 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 brother. Let me see who we got tuning in on the other side of things. Let me see. And I really can't see if there's any, I don't know why I can't see any comments or anything coming in on Facebook. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. There we go. So I wonder, still not getting any feedback on Facebook. Brother Jones, if possible, could you go on Facebook and see if I'm live? And let me know if you can comment. Let me see if I can see your comments coming through. Because right now nothing's coming through on that side, and I'm using the new live system over there. And I'm not sure I'm doing it correctly. Give me 1 second, family. Okay, let me see what's going on here. See if we coming through over here on Facebook. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I see we can coming in on Facebook. Okay, I can hear us in delay. YouTube streaming is fast. Okay, no doubt. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Let me go ahead and get this introduction now. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. The Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early riser show of coffee and crypto, where we are going to go over a little bit of news, check out price action, and I'm here to answer any questions that the family may have. First and foremost, let me put this out there now. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I cannot and I will not give tax advice. This is my opinion and my opinion only. This is entertainment. You can look at it possibly as educational if you get something from it, but definitely don't look at this as any type of actual financial advice that you should run and use in your decision making. You're just shooting the shit for about an hour, okay? So I want to welcome everybody to the show. Those old, those new, those checking in on Facebook, those checking in on YouTube. I appreciate everybody's time today, and I hope that the information that I bring you. Okay, you're not live. I tried to watch it. It came here, but your icon shows you're live. Okay, it may be going live now. I just see a couple individuals over there chiming in. They're saying that it's a delay over there. I do apologize for that. Who's that? Miss Melissa. Peace, Queen. How we doing? Grand Rising. More prosperity, abundance, and joy to everybody out there. Amidst these times right now. Now is the best time to be buckling down and getting your financial literacy game up while there's pretty much nothing else going on. You can make TikTok videos. You can TikTok your brain into the capacity to whereas the brain is going to feed you way more than any type of 9 to 5 would. It's all about intellectual property, especially right now, while the quote unquote system is not serving you financially. And I'm not talking about stimulus packages and government benefits or anything. I'm talking about you being able to be the value out there that brings that value in. So hopefully this information right here can help you in another form of fashion and being able to manage and manifest that wealth and grow it in the digital era. So we were talking about government officials being added on or brought over from the cryptocurrency space, and we were covering a recent story that was released, and also an older story. The most recent story was that former BAC CEO appointed to Trump's task force for reopening the economy. And then a while ago, they had Coinbase's chief legal officer resign, and he went to oversee the United States national banking system. So we're going to take a look at these stories real quick. Once again, goes on to state, the former CEO of Intercontinental Exchange's subsidiary BAC and a current Republican senator for Georgia, Kelly Loeffler, has been rewarded with a new appointment despite recent controversies. In a tweet published on April 16th, she wrote, "Thank you, real Donald Trump, for appointing me to your task force on reopening Americans safely in the wake of COVID-19. With 22 million Americans filing for unemployment, it's clear we must start working to revive our economy and get the American people back to work safely." The appointment follows hot on the heels of news that Loeffler sold off 7 figures worth of personal stock holdings after being present at a closed-door Senate Health Committee briefing in late January, sparking allegations of illegal insider trading. Lawler has repeatedly dismissed the allegations, claiming that investment decisions for her portfolio are made by multiple third-party advisors without my or my husband's knowledge or involvement. Yet, her sell-off of stocks that soon suffered exponential losses in the market crash, alongside her parallel investment in a software firm for remote teleworking, have continued to generate suspicion in both the public and press. Trump's task force, a bipartisan cohort of lawmakers, has to be convened to provide counsel to the president on the reopening of America in the wake of COVID-19, includes another senator accused of capitalizing on the crisis, Loeffler's fellow Republican from Georgia, David Perdue. Having dumped certain stock in late January and early February, Perdue has meanwhile been amassing stock in the manufacturing of personal protective equipment as of late January. While the allegations against Loeffler and others have not been officially investigated, the Senate has meanwhile sought to publicly downplay the adverse impact of the pandemic on what she presents as a resilient U.S. economy. Yesterday, Trump unveiled federal guidelines for getting Americans back to work. These will be staggered, but not yet have a clear target date. The president has registered the idea that the pandemic could establish a new normal until a vaccine is found, telling reporters this week that the normal is going to be if a restaurant had 158 filled before, they're going to have 158 seats filled again. Gang resist Republican rise. On the same day that Loeffler retweeted in favor of getting the American people back to work safely, former Democratic presidential contender and cryptocurrency advocate Andrew Yang pushed back against some Republicans' emphasis on economic over public health. The unit of an economy should be each person, not each dollar. Oh my God, that's interesting. Hey, listen to what he said. The unit of an economy should be each person, the unit of the economy. That means your units. That means your collateral. That means your value. That means you can be a security or use that security. That's interesting. In my opinion, when I read that, that's real interesting. Anyway, goes on to state, one Yang supporter retweeted Loeffler's announcement of her appointment to the task force, arguing maybe the fact that 22 million Americans immediately had to file for unemployment because they lived paycheck to paycheck says something about stagnant wages in America. It shines light on a broken system. It's time to implement Andrew Yang's universal, what is that? The universal something income, but basically, yes, wow. But yeah, basically, what's going on is somebody from the cryptocurrency space went over to the government. That's all that is. We're going to cover this story next, but another story I wanted to cover, which was interesting. Amid an ongoing global health and financial crisis, Coinbase, one of the most popular cryptocurrency trading platforms in the United States, is losing another key executive. Brian Brooks, Coinbase chief legal officer, will resign from the company to join the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, or OCC, an independent banking regulator operating under the U.S. Department of Treasury. The OCC announced on March 16th. Famous crypto skeptic Treasury Secretary Stephen Munich appointed Brooks, though. This is like I say, man, you gotta not so much pay attention to what they're doing and telling you, to pay attention to what they're not doing and not telling you. You know what I mean? You see a lot of criticism towards certain aspects of this space, and then you see a lot of follow through in certain aspects of the space of the same people that criticize it. It's actually quite interesting. Goes on to state, according to the official announcement, Brooks has been designated as first deputy comptroller, the agency's second highest position. Second highest position. Somebody from Coinbase. And given it by Treasury Secretary Stephen Munich. Brooks will also serve as the OCC's chief operating officer effective April 1st, the announcement reads. A known skeptic of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Munich outlined Brooks as a strong leader with extensive experience in the financial services sector, adding that he is excited to work together to foster the financial system and greater economic growth. Interesting. Interesting that you get somebody that is pretty much runs the biggest cryptocurrency on-ramp, off-ramp in the United States, if not the world. I guess after Binance. Well, no, maybe before Binance. Interesting. Coinbase is proud that the crypto-friendly legal officer will join the authority. We're not going to get too much into that, but it's just interesting when you see the intermingling of some of these people in this space. Let me see. But going back to the previous story, back on price action, right? Speaking back about price action, which we're also going to take a look at what went on Thursday and who were the biggest gainers. Seeing that we got KMD, Komodo, FNX Synthetics, REN Protocol, ETH, Ethereum, and EOS. So let's see what they're talking about after we take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Make sure everything's coming through clear. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if I'm coming through clear on all sides. Let me know if I'm coming through clear on all sides. Peace out and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? What's going on, Corona Gazer? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Family, if y'all can, please help assist me in sharing this out. Please help assist me in sharing this out. Let's go ahead and follow through with the story. Bitcoin price surges 10% to key resistance levels as the bulls target 7,400. Less than 24 hours ago, Bitcoin price dropped to a two-week low of $6,468, inciting calls for a revisit to sub-6K zone. But the digital asset definitely shook off the bears by reversing course to rally to 7,190, almost 7,200. At the time of the writing, Bitcoin trades slightly above 7,100, which right now, let's see where Bitcoin is. Go to our chart. Let's see what Bitcoin is showing us right now. Let me see. These are the futures contracts on Bybit. Let me see. Let me open this up. There we go. CMEs right now, you're at 7,055. Spot price, you're at 7,034. So you see a bit of a pullback. For those that can see, for anyone that ever wants to tell you that like Bitcoin dumped or something like that, for anyone that's in eyeshot right now, I want you to pay attention to this. This is Bitcoin, not just 2017 when it went up to 20,000 and dropped down. That's just this one little area right here. One little area. Let me clear this up for you. Clear it up so you can really see it. There we go. So you see that from what roughly $2.39 up to 1,100, back down to about $200, up to 20,000, back down to about $3,000, up to 14,000, and now back down to about $4,000. Now we're going to see where we're going now. But on the monthly, you do have a negative momentum staring you in the face, and you do have a negative crossover of the MACD and the signal line. So I'm looking for more downside in the long term. RSI looking like you can get a little pop to the upside. Let's see. Possibly retest areas. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, Bitcoin right now trading at 7,025. Open this up. Let's go to a clearer chart. And we'll put things in perspective as they talk about it. Or maybe Gemini. Cool. Gemini is cool. Gemini is cool. We're going to leave this up. So you can see easily you get rejected by the 55-day moving average. Once again, just like back here, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About a work week's worth of rejections before dropping back down and retested the 21-day exponential. Actually breaking below that, finding that rejection and seeing another push to the upside, but then being rejected again by the 55 days. So volume is getting lower. MACD is getting weaker. Positive levels of positive momentum on the MACD are extremely weak. And RSI tells you that you want to see some more downside, at least on the daily. So getting back to the story, though, it goes on to say, as one would expect, altcoins follow the drop in Bitcoin prices. It recovered. A number of top altcoins bounced strongly. Ethereum managed a 17.77% gain, while Binance Coin and Chainlink surged 11.55 and 15% respectively. Bitcoin's 10% surge pushed the price above the 50-day EMA, or the 50-day moving average. Will the new Binance chain kill Ethereum? Interesting. I might have to check that story out. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Anyways, it says that 10% pushed the price above the 50-day moving average, but as you can see, we're using the 55-day moving average. So even though we were able to breach it momentarily, we still had a rejection there. They go on to state that it had been serving as resistance for the past 9 days, and the close above this level is crucial, or the price could slip back below 6,900 to return to the range of the previous week, which is what I'm looking for. Previous analysts focused on the need for Bitcoin to flip 6,900 to support, and also the importance of clearing the resistance cluster peak from around 68 to 7,250. Interesting. For those part of the Discord, very interesting. These are some of the levels we've been looking at. Today's move to 71.90 has ticked one of the two boxes, but at the time of writing, the price is still tussling with the 50% Fibonacci retracement of 71.36. As things currently stand, a close above the 50-day MA, descending trend line would be acceptable progress. An even better outcome would entail Bitcoin price pushing above the 50% Fib retracement to 72.50, but in addition to, where are they putting their Fib from? 100? Okay, I'll pull it. In addition to the 50% Fib level being resistance, there's a high volume node right at around 7,200. If bulls can push the price through this node, 72 to 74, a run up to the 100-day moving average at around 8,100. 8,100 seems probable. What were we just talking about? What I just posted in the chat. The Bollinger Band moving average is also lined up with the 8100, and both it and the 100-day MA are slightly above the 618 or the 618 fib level at 79.31. So many analysts have called for a rejection at the 100 and 200-day moving average. Where's it? Okay, here's the Bollinger Band. On the daily time frame, the moving average convergence divergence has avoided a bear cross at the MACD and has pulled sharply away from the signal line, and the histogram flipped above zero with a dark green bar, which is what we were just looking at right here. You can see that it was looking to cross over, and then it popped back up, rejected it, and now we're starting to see a little bit of positive momentum come back into the market, but it's very weak, very weak. I like to see that be a little bit higher. On the daily time frame, the moving average convergence divergence has avoided a bear cross. Oh, okay, we just read that. The RSI has also taken an encouraging turn, moving from 45 to 55 at the time of writing. The checking money flow has also pulled above zero, and buy volume on the daily time frame is the highest it's been since April 2nd. A bearish outcome would take place if Bitcoin price pulled back to close below the 50 MA or the $6,900 support. Once again, on my chart, we are below the 55-day EMA. The 21-day EMA comes in at, hold on, let me see, 68.83. 68.83. We lose 68.83. I can see 65. Once we lose 65, I can see prices coming back down to retest areas around 58.50, just based off my own technical analysis. Moving into one of the last stories that we're going to take a look at. Let me see. That's not even a story. It's just showing you the best performances, I guess. Yeah, top 15 cryptocurrencies. OKB, Leo, KMD, DGB, Synthetics. Synthetics went up to 72 cents. Nice. I've had a couple of classes and boot camps with individuals actually over the last couple of weeks, and the average price of buying on Synthetics for individuals that opened up their mentor accounts was between 55 and I think about 62 cents. So that's nice to see that my students are in profit, as well as the weekly payouts that they're receiving. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna cover this story on my podcast with Binance Chain Kill Ethereum, because I want to do some more in depth and you get some support for this or anything to counter it. So moving along, looking at price action now, we are seeing that pullback come into the market. Very nice, and like I said, I'm looking for a decent pullback. I'm not looking for us to catapult back to newer highs just yet. I want to retest some little lower lows and build some bullish divergence first, if possible. Now, for those that don't know or didn't see, I did post a new podcast about insurance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time out to run over some of these insurance companies within the cryptocurrency space that I don't think individuals are familiar with, meaning that you are able to obtain insurance in the cryptocurrency space against your smart contracts. Some hedge against the risk of you losing a certain amount of ETH. Let me see. Let me get to the front page here. And there's a couple of different options for you to choose from. One is Nexus Mutual, which is a people-powered alternative to insurance. It's a mutual. It's a discretionary mutual, as they explain it. It is not an insurance company. Once again, it is not an insurance company. Where I'm getting a low battery on my mic. I mean on my headphones / mic. Let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. There we go. That should suffice. Let me check and make sure I'm still coming in clearly everywhere. Let me make sure I'm still coming in clearly everywhere. They say I'm still coming in clear on YouTube. Facebook, anything? Let me see. I'm trying to see if people are still with me on Facebook. because it's not showing me how it usually does. It's not showing me if I have any viewers or anything. I really don't like this new interface on Facebook, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But just moving along, uh, speaking about insurance, and insurance is anything that allows you to be covered against substantive loss within property, assets, even life. Even though you can't insure the loss of life, you can insure what happens after the loss of life. And in the cryptocurrency space, you also have ways to insure against loss due to failure of smart contract, meaning that it has a bug or has been quote unquote hacked. That's the use of Nexus Mutual, which get covered against smart contract failure. You can get a quote, which we'll take a look at a quote here in a minute. Smart contract cover, mutuals to replace insurance. And it goes on to state that we are building an alternative risk sharing platform. Now, for those that don't know how insurance works, insurance insurance is where a pool of individuals or a group of individuals pool their funds together for the benefit of the group if one of them have a mishap in one way or another, depending on what's being insured, right? So when you look at car insurance, you pay your monthly car insurance or whatever the case may be. That money that if you don't get into an accident goes into a pool in case someone does get into an accident. That's how claims are paid out. So when you look at insurance, it's actually a group effort, in the long run. You really get into the intricate details of it. So what you have here is a group effort, right? Let's go to frequently asked questions real quick. Okay, let's see how easy or let me see. I think the Medium articles are a little bit more helpful. Let's see, let's go to Medium. Just to give you a quick overview of what this is with Nexus Mutual. Let me see, do we have any questions or comments from anybody out there? Any questions or comments? Also, if you do, Dustin, what's going on? Peace, bro. Peace, peace, peace. Hey, text my phone, Dustin. Text me on the signal list. Definitely want to get in tune with you, bro, and holler at you. Thanks for tuning in too. Yeah, let's just a quick overview of it. Just a quick overview. Nexus Mutual is a discretionary mutual offering an alternative to insurance for Ethereum users. People who join the mutual become members, and members can buy cover to protect themselves against hacks of smart contract code. It is a mutual, and each member can hold tokens which represent membership rights, and it runs on the Ethereum blockchain. So the things that the members do, right? Members buy smart contract cover. They stake on smart contracts to show that they think that contract is secure to earn rewards, meaning you get paid, and stake to access claims submitted by other members. You put forward governance proposals, meaning that you vote on the comings and goings of the platform. You vote on proposals put forward by the team or other members, meaning it's a more like a group effort. You can contribute funds to the mutual and hold NXM tokens, and all members of the mutual are sharing risk with each other. So this is a shared thing. Let me see things that are members specifically. You're not going to get too deep into that. Nexus Mutual does not offer insurance because it is a discretionary mutual. Smart contract cover is not a contract of insurance. It is a discretionary cover provided by members of the mutual to each other. This is community building, family. Members have full discretion on which claim payments are made. Members are putting trust into the economic incentive model rather than an insurance company. Also, the staking model, using Nexus Mutual to stake on a smart contract system is a way of demonstrating you think a contract is safe. Any member can become a risk assessor by staking their NXM on the contract to earn rewards. If there's an accepted claim on that contract, the risk assessor stake can be burned. There must be some staking by risk assessors to enable cover purchases on any new smart contract or smart contract system. And they're currently working on a new pool staking system to more evenly distribute rewards and enable staking across multiple contracts with one deposit. Let's just go take a quick look at it on the inside, see how it would look if we wanted to get a quote. Let's see. So let's go to get a quote. Now you do have to do KYC with this system specifically. You do have to do KYC. So we see we have a couple of contracts down here. Let's go with compound. Say we want to get a cover on compound. Let's look for the cover amount you will receive in the event of a valid claim as a fixed sum payout. Let's say you want to get paid out 1,000 die. Let's say we want to cover this for 150 days. Let's get a quote. Here you are able to adjust details and generate a new quote if need be. So here we go. So the cost of the cover is going to be $5.45 or 5.33 die. The fixed payout is 1,000 die paid in die. Current value at 1,020. The cover period is 150 days. And this quote is only valid for the next hour for me to go ahead and pick it up. So I can continue and pick that quote up if I so choose, or choose another one. So that's how Nexus, that's the just of Nexus Mutual. Let's go look at it. Open, which is securing decentralized finance. Open allows you to protect your DeFi deposits and hedge ETH risk. So let's just go, as you can see, you have insure compound deposits. You can insure USDC or DAI as single collateral DAI is no longer available. Or you can hedge your ETH risk, meaning it's almost like a stop limit being set at 160. This would be an insurance policy against that being liquidated under certain prices. So you got 160 USD, 100 USD, or 150 USD, and different prices for those strike price. The protection cost for the 160 is $7.29. The protection cost for $100 is only 36 cents, and the protection cost for 150 USDC is $2.08 right now. Let's say that we have an amount of DAI and we want to buy some coverage for it. You can also sell coverage as well. Let's see. Wait for it to load up. Close down some of these other. There we go. So as we can see in this example, there's an account that has 933.33 DAI in it. And let's say we want to buy insurance for that. Okay, so we can see right now that the total cost to cover $933 would be $30.40. The max loss that we would accrue if something were to happen and prices were to drop substantially, and individuals should or may come close to liquidation, we will be knocked out with a loss of $83.86 plus the $30 cost. If you come close to being liquidated within the next 9 months and 23 days. Now, two other types of coverage that you have are pretty much one is the equivalent of options, where you use non-custodial hedge contracts to protect your ETH from losses and drawdowns in any market. And the other one is for individuals that are more familiar with the CDPs, the vaults, the compound positions, where you're able to swap debt and collateral on compound. With this, you actually got to create a new account, a new smart, you got to create a new vault, and then actually enter through and transfer it through this smart contract, and it creates a whole new contract, which allows you to swap out your debt and your collateral for one or another. Check these out. They're very interesting. I did just do a whole podcast covering a number of these. You can check that out, New Money Matrix Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and Anchor. This is Dej.exchange, Hedgic.co, Open.co, that's OPYN, not OPEN, and Nexus Mutual for anyone that's looking for any type of insurance within the cryptocurrency decentralized finance space. Let me see if we got any questions or comments for anybody. What research methods would you recommend to increase my crypto literacy? How much is the basic mentorship? If you want, you can hit my Let me see, because you are right. Hit my DM on Instagram, bro. We'll talk about it. But research methods you want to use. Let's see. You want to get a Telegram. You want to get a Discord account because that's where these people are really congregating at. So Telegram, Discord, Twitter is real important for any of the platforms you want to follow. So just as an example, right? Nexus Mutual, go follow their Twitter account. Open, go follow their Twitter account. In fact, let me show you a number of different DeFi. Let me see, what is it? DeFi Pulse? Yeah, the DeFi list. You can come over to DeFiPost.com and just follow all of these different platforms on Twitter, and they'll keep you updated on what's going on. So you got the lending, the trading platforms, the payment platforms. I got views over there. Different wallets available, different interfaces, infrastructure where you can build, use to build, analytics, education, podcast. And I need to get my podcast up there. Yeah, I need to get my podcast up there. Newsletters and different communities. So this is DeFiPost.com. But I would come over here and I would go through this list of different platforms and I would follow them all. Now I'm gonna tell everyone here, this isn't easy. Like this isn't, you come down, you sit down for 30, 40 minutes and you got it. This takes honestly weeks and months, possibly years to actually get what's going on in this space to where you can adequately maneuver yourself. To whereas you don't, it's pretty much a familiar space. And even with the new platforms coming into play, it's more familiar on your mental than it would be. What's the lesson plan for this Friday? Can we get some info on smart contract if it's not too off topic? Yeah, we just went through a lot of different insurance companies all running on the Ethereum blockchain, all dealing with smart contracts. Queen, thank you for tuning in. Let me see. Let me see. Are there any questions or comments? Any questions or comments in closing? Any questions or comments in closing? I do want to thank everybody that tuned in with me for this early riser show of Coffee and Crypto. We are going on about 45 minutes. If anyone is interested in this Financial Friday, always remember all services, all assistance that I provide for donation is on donation discount, meaning that the amount that I would like to have donated is not as much as it usually is. So reach out to me if you're interested in that. For those that do wish to follow me through any type of social media, you can definitely follow me on IG, hit the inbox if you're interested in anything. The book is on donation of 20 notes today for the book, The Puzzle, for individuals that are interested in the puzzle. It is a perfect book for beginners, those that are new to the cryptocurrency space. Now, usually the donation of 30 notes gets you a a 30-minute consultation. Usually the 30 notes get you a 30-minute consultation. With the 20 notes, you might get a 10 or 15-minute consultation along with it. But this is the page, Chicago_crypto_block_bully. Check me out there on IG. A lot of useful information. A lot of useful information. And there is actually a link here to my podcast for those that are interested as well. New Money Matrix on Anchor.fm, Spotify, iTunes. Hopefully this is all coming up so that people can see it. So check me out. Until the next video, until the next podcast. Peace out with prosperity, family. I am out of here. Oh, in fact, you know what? Before I leave, any questions or comments before in closing? Any questions or comments? Let me try to answer any type of question. A little quick AMA. Ask me anything. Let me give it a couple of minutes to let people ask. I know there's a bit of a delay on both platforms, so I'll give it a couple of minutes to see if there's any questions. If not, we will be ending this on a positive note going into the weekend. What are some of y'all expectations for the weekend? Are we going to see price action to the upside, price action to the downside? What do you think? What do you think? I guess what we can do while we wait for questions is go take a look at price action real quick. Let's see. Go see where Bitcoin is and where Bitcoin could be headed. So yeah. Until you get back above the 55-day exponential moving average, you're not going anywhere. Then your next move would be up to about $8,000 if you can get above 72.50. I'm gonna say start opening and closing 4-hour candlesticks above this level. Nice 4-hour candlestick, something with a nice amount of power behind it. Other than that, I can see it's dropping back down. Let me see. Let me do this. Let's look at. Yeah, we go put it on the line graph, and it's telling you in which direction you really want to go, which is key as well. Let's actually do this now. Now that we got it on the line graph, let's go ahead and do our fib levels. So we're gonna say up to about right here. So right now, coming back down, just 236 actually lining up with the 21-day exponential at around $68. 21 comes in at 68.80, so around $68 area. Below that, your 382 is 64.22. Your 50% is 61.10. 50% retracement, 61.10 from swing low to swing high on the line. Your 618 comes in at around 57.98, 5,800. That's the retracement I'm looking for, at least a 618 retracement, and then I'm gonna come back and assess it from there. But interesting, we come back down. Well, no, because we've already okay. I was gonna say it looks like it could be a left shoulder, head back down to the 618, bounce right shoulder, and then dump. But I'm not gonna jump too far ahead of the gun right now. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum actually above the 55-day moving average, nice, and seeing more positive momentum than Bitcoin. Very nice. 200-day coming in at about 177. That's the price to beat to the upside. There we go. 141 is your 50. 133 is your 618. 158 is your 236, which you can definitely come back and retest. That'll have you coming back down, retesting the 21-day exponential. And you can possibly see some more movement to the upside if that is the overall trend. That's right now. The trend is short term, short term to the upside. I will give it that. The trend is your friend to the end of the trend. But notice this, that you do have a triple top here. Hold on. All right. Hit rejection, hit rejection, hit rejection. So until you get above that 173, you're not going anywhere. Let me see if we got any questions real quick. I am absolutely, definitely. Hopefully it go up once I drop some USD on crypto. See, that's the wrong mind state. Whether it go up or not, it's about how many coins you get. Don't just think about if it goes up, because that's what makes people that wanted to go up sell when it goes down. That's what makes you lose your capital. Don't think about it going up. Think about the long run, the long term, and think about buying it when it is on the dip. And don't wait for it to go up before you want to buy it, because that's what a lot of newbies do. They don't want to buy it when it's low. They want to buy it when the price is increasing and when everything is all green. That's the wrong idea. It's not really when you buy. You buy when there's blood in the street, in my opinion, and what I've been told. Not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, though. Ripple about to blow up big in the next year. I don't know. I think their operations are like big banks and corporations making their own coins to gain a strong position in the digital world and maintain control. That's a good analogy. I mean, let's take a look at Ripple real quick. Let's look at Ripple. Let's do this. Let's do this. Over the last 3 years since the rise in 2020, right? 2017. Let's see what the majority of these currencies have done. Okay, so let's look. This is 2017 December. Broke down, found the 55, bounced back up, came back down. Nice little movement. Let's see, Ethereum. Ethereum less bullish, but coming down, seeing the low, breaking back up, seeing new highs, coming down low. Still being rejected by the 21 day on the monthly though. Bitcoin Cash, USD, but still opening very nice gains. What dropped down to in 2019, $111, popped back up $434, very nice. Break back down $200, pop back up 375, nice. Broke back down again 223. Now we're currently at. Let's look at Ripple, XRP US dollar, and you've never look at this, never. 2017, look, 2018, pop back up, dump, pop back up, dump, pop back up, dump, pop back up, dump. That's all this coin has ever did. That's why the stories are nice, the partnerships are cool. Everyone knows about Ripple, that's nice. But I wholeheartedly can't invest in something that shows you a chart like this. And in my opinion, if you can't come look at this and be like, I mean, what about this will tell you like, hell yeah, I want to buy Ripple right now? Because guaranteed people bought this right here thinking it was coming back up to the new highs. Then bought this thinking it was. Now, in fact, I'm going to tell you something. People didn't buy this because newbies, people that are new to the space, don't buy when everything's dumping. They wait for it to start going back up, then they buy here and then get dumped on. Starts going up, people start getting euphoria and FOMO, buy, get dumped on. I mean, look at this chart. It's sad, in my opinion. Compared to all the rest of the cryptos, XRP has the saddest chart out of the top cryptocurrencies. So, no, I'm not too sold on crypto. I mean, now this is the thing. Could you see 100% return? Easily. 100% return is easily made, but the lower you go, the easier you get to see 100% return. So right now, 100% return, all you got to do is pop back up to about 37 cents. Not bad, but that doesn't help anybody that bought in above 37 cents, waiting for it to go back up to $3. It definitely doesn't help people that bought up here around $3. Definitely doesn't help that. You know what I mean? So, that's my opinion on Ripple, man. Let me see. I don't see any other questions coming in. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank everybody for tuning in. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I'm out of here. Once again, don't forget it is Financial Friday. Everything is on discount. Get at me if you need anything.